May I request now Mr. Sami Saab, Director General SEZ's Board of National Pakistan, to please highlight the incentives available in special economic zones.
Uh, Thank you. Can you please enable the screen
Yeah,
share option?
you can share your screen, please.
The option is disabled at your part.
Please check again.
Okay. Is it visible now?
Yeah, it's visible.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Today, I feel privileged to speak with such an august gathering, which is keen and committed to economic uplift and industrialization of Pakistan. Let me start with my presentation with the words of the Prime Minister. This is a time to invest in Pakistan. Don't miss the boat. You can well imagine with a bird's eye view that Pakistan is one of the top 10 countries having natural resources. Pakistan is the second largest salt reserve, third largest copper reserves, fifth largest gold reserves, fifth largest gold reserve, fourth largest cotton producer, fourth largest milk producer, eighth largest wheat producer, ninth largest meat producer. So you can well imagine the potential of Pakistan with these few figures. Pakistan is also the home of multinational business organizations. A few of them I have shown here. You can see it on the screen. One of the many options that Pakistan possesses is the special economic zones, which is basically the main topic of my presentation. The SEZ in Pakistan is being governed under the Special Economic Zones Act 2012, and special economic zones in Pakistan are basically the geographically defined and delimited areas which have been approved and notified by the BOA. Special economic zones in Pakistan can be established in three modes: public sector, private sector, and public-private partnership mode. So you can see that private sector SEZs can be also established in Pakistan. So this is one of the opportunity for the foreign as well as the local investors, that they can establish their own SEZs and they can come into the business of the SEZs. This is the SEZ's governance structure. It's basically the three-tier structure: federal government, then the provincial government, and the SEZ's committees at the zone level. And all these tiers are basically committed to facilitate the zone developer and the zone enterprises. With respect to the role of Board of Investment, Board of Investments is basically responsible for coordinating all activities pertaining to SEZs, from zone applications, from processing of zone applications to the international and domestic promotion of the investments, and to provide all kind of facilitation, including processing of additional incentives in the selective SEZs if they are the high-tech SEZs. This is basically a SEZ's approval flow chart. You can say that whenever any private developer or a public sector entity wants to establish an SEZ, they give application, and that application is thereafter assessed at the level of the Board of Investment, and thereafter notified it, and that specific area which has a minimum area of 50 acres is notified as a special economic zones. Currently, Pakistan has 22 special economic zones. A few of them are at an advanced stage, while some of them are at an initial stage. Two of the SEZs established under the CPEC BRI are at a quite advanced stage. One of them is the Rashakai and the other is in Allama Iqbal SEZ. These are the 9 special economic zones that we are being developed under the umbrella of the CPEC. These are the few salient features of the investment policy which are necessary to highlight here. Pakistan provides the equal treatment to the local as well as to the foreign investors. All economic sectors are open for the foreign direct investment, except a few restricted sectors that include the arms and ammunitions, high explosives, and radioactive substances. Others are all open. We don't have any minimum foreign equity requirement. 100% foreign ownership is allowed in Pakistan. Similarly, visa on arrival facilities also provided. Facilitation to the companies are also provided by the Board of Investment for establishing branch and liaison offices. Can you mute the mic? Dr. Usman, may I request you to kindly mute the mic? Through the SEZs, we also provide the industrial clusterizations. Pakistan also provides 100% repatriation of profits, capitals, and dividends. And similarly, investment protection is also covered under the law in the SEZs. These are the incentive package which we are offering in the SEZs. We have categorized the incentives into the 2 categories, one with respect to the developers and the other with respect to the zone enterprises. For developers, we have exempted all capital goods which will be essential for the establishment of our zone. So custom duty exemption is will be available to the developers for the import of capital goods. Similarly, all developers of the zones will be entitled to get 10 years income tax holiday. So this is a good opportunity for the foreign investors to think about the establishment of SEZs in Pakistan. Similarly, with respect to the zone enterprises, Pakistan provides custom duty exemption on import of capital goods. And similarly, every entity which established its business into the SEZs in Pakistan will be entitled to get 10 years income tax holiday. For the provision of utilities, federal and provincial governments are responsible to ensure all utilities, including electricity, gas, and water, to the doorstep of the enterprise, and developer is responsible to provide all this. This is the definition of the capital goods. You can see that it's a very broader term, very broadly defined terminology. So almost it covers almost all the essential items that a zone enterprise can require for the establishment of their plant, their industry. It includes plant, machinery, equipment, spares, and accessories. All is custom duty exempted. Recently, government has also taken a very liberal step to promote SEZs, and it's basically the Sole Enterprise SEZs Regulations 2020. With these regulations, Pakistani government has allowed to establish even a single company SEZs. Now, a single company, if meets certain criteria, can also enjoy the benefit of the SEZs, even though it is outside the premises of any recently established SEZ. This is the minimum requirement policy parameters for the sole enterprise or the single company SEZs. You can see that for this purpose, the company has to meet the 30% financing through equity. If any company is committed to start commercial production within 24 months and committed to meet one of the criteria, either its investment is $50 million or it is committed to export at least $75 million in the next 5 years. So that company is basically entitled to get the status of the single company SEZs. Some of the relaxations are also given in this policy in certain designated areas and in 5 import substitution sectors. These are the 68 districts where 50% relaxation has been given in the policy parameters. So in these areas, if any company is ready to invest only $25 million, Board of Investment can consider its proposal to grant the SEZ status to that specific company, provided it meets certain criteria. Similarly, these are the top 5 important sectors. If the company is committed or having a business in these 5 sectors, so the minimum investment requirement, that is $50 million, is also reduced to only to the $25 million. So these are the big initiatives to promote investments in the country. To invite more FDI, now all the applications are being processed through the SEZ's modules, and the link of SEZ modules you can see here is also available on the BOI website. So all companies which are interested in Pakistan, they can only log on this link and can file their application to get the plots in the SEZ. So now the procedure is very easy. And BOI is definitely here to facilitate all type of investments. So thank you very much. Thank you. This was all about the SEZs. I hope the next speakers can also enlighten the audience with respect to the other opportunities available in the SEZs. Thank you.